So Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. First and foremost, want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well at Great Millstone, and a blessed salutation to the Akiums in the folk and the earth to push in the gospel and sincerity in truth. Shalom. This evening, I come the next lesson to feed the elect of the nation of Israel, the 144,000, the one-third men and children, and you confusion of faces scattered in the folk and the earth, you Israelites. Right? This evening, I want to touch on the word giant, right, in Genesis 6 and 4 to give some understanding. Right? The word giant go back to the Hebrew word is gibor, right, which means mighty, renowned, famous, valiant man. Right, so we just go into Genesis 6 and 4, to give some understanding. The guy wasn't speaking about men tall as a light pole, right? Wasn't speaking about men tall as a light pole. The angels in heaven come down and had sex with these people, and they were big, huge people on the face of the earth. No, back in the ancient time, that men was tall, right? Men was tall, right? Goliath was 6 cubit tall, right? So let me just go into this this word giant, get some understanding. Alright. Alright, so we start with Genesis 6 and 4. This is Genesis chapter 6 verse 4. He said, there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came unto the daughters of men. The daughter of men mean these other nation, they women, right? The sons of God, they are the Israelites today. In the ancient time, back then, we used to be called the sons of God. Now we call the sons. Now we are the Israelites, right? It says, and they bear children to them. So these our foreparents breed these other nation women, and they bear son for us, right? The same became mighty men, which were of old men of renown. So our sons became mighty men. They were mighty men because the fathers were mighty men, right? The fathers were mighty men. So we go into the word mighty men, right? So we go into the word mighty men. Salakia. Yeah.
Strong's H 1368. Gibor. And the form just below that. Gibor.
Right? So it says strong, mighty, strong man, brave man, mighty man. Right? You go into the it's a mighty man, strong, valiant ones, mighty man, valiant men, strong men, upright man, champion, chief, excel, giant, men, mighty, strong. So the word giant, the word giant go back to the word renowned, mighty men, right? Men of great stature, right? So let me go into the word renowned now, right? So the word in English, it can be giant, and in Hebrew it can be gibar, right? Gibar, right? which mean mighty men, right?
Strong's H 8034. Shame.
So the word renowned there go back to what? A name, a reputation, fame, glory, right? This will go back to a name, a famous name, reputation, fame, glory. This is where the word renowned go back to. So these men, which is the sons of God, they were mighty men, right? They were mighty men. They were giant to the earth. They were famous. They were mighty, right? He said, There were giants in the earth in those days. Also, he said, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. So they were famous men, right? Were famous men. Let me just get this it. Right, Job 16. Alright, Job 16 and start at verse 13. This is Job chapter 16 verse 30. He said, the archer compassed me around about. He cleaved my rams asunder, and do it not spare. He poured out my gall upon the ground. He breaketh me with breach upon breach. He runneth upon me like a giant. So we go to this word giant, right? See, you run it upon him like a giant, right?
Strong's H 1368. Gibor. And the form just below that. Gibor.
Right, so strong, mighty man, right? Same thing. Strong, valiant ones, mighty man, valiant men, strong man, upright man, champion, chief, excel, giant, men, mighty, as strong as, right? This was man of might, strong, right? This how strong our forefathers was, right? That's how strong there was. Alright, that's how strong there was. 1 Samuel 18, right, start at verse 5. It said, this is 1 Samuel 18 and 5. And David went out whithersoever Saul sent him, and behaved himself wisely. And Saul set him over the men of war. He was valiant men of war. And he was accepted in the sight of all the people, and also in the sight of Saul's servants. And it came to pass as they came when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistine, that the woman came out of all the city of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul with tabor, with joy, and with instrument of music. And the woman answered one another as they play, and said, Saul had slain his 1,000, and David his 10,000. That's how we was mighty men. Saul alone killed 1,000, David alone killed 10,000. That's how mighty we was. We were giant in the earth. We were giant, right? Also that had men of other nation like Goliath, he was a giant. The king Og, king of Basham, his bed frame was 9 cubit tall, right? In length, 9 cubit in length, right? And the word giant go back to Gubur, which is a warrior, right? A men of renown, valiant men, right? This is what the word giant meaning. This is what the word mean in Hebrew, Gubur, and in Hebrew it mean, and Salaki in Hebrew it mean Gubur, and in English it means giant, right? It mean warriors, right? This is what the word mean, right? Let me get 4 Samuel. Right, this is 4 Samuel 17 and 4. He said, and there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistine, named Goliath of Gath, whose height was 6 cubit and a span. So his height was 6 cubit and a span. Right, so we calculate Goliath height. Right, we calculate it. Right, clear. Right. 6 cubic, right? 1 cubic is equal to 18 inches, right? So you get 18 inches times 6 cubic, you can get your 108 inches by 12, right? So So Goliath was 9 feet 9 inches. A span is 9 inches. Right? So Goliath was 9 feet 9 inches. Right? That's how tall was Goliath. Right? You gotta understand, men. We gotta understand the ancient time men were tall and strong. Right? Men were tall and strong. Right? You understand? So let me get this to the Compact Bible Dictionary. Right? This is the Donovan. Right? This is the Donovan Compact Bible Dictionary. Right? I'll just drop this down back. Right? And this is page 197. It says the word giant, right? It said giant. Translate Hebrew Gibor, right? Gibor is the Hebrew word for giant. In English it can be giant, but it's Gibor in the Hebrew. It means warriors, right? Which RSV text render warriors. So it means warriors, right? So, Goliath was a champion of the Philistine. He was a champion. He was a warrior, right? He said ASV margin mighty man. It usually means the other Hebrew word, right? Jump down to it's a ruffling. In the ASV, RSV, they were tall, large frame and powerful. They were tall, large in frame and powerful. The last of this race was Og, king of Bashan, whose iron bed seal 9 cubits long was famous. So he bed steel was 9 cubits long, right? 9 cubits long was the king of Og, King Og of Bashan, which was the king of the Amorites. The Amorites, which go back to the Hamites, which was the Africans, so-called Africans today, right? So let me calculate his how tall was his bed. So if he bed frame is 9 cubics, right? That don't mean he's 9 cubics tall. Cause you're not gonna be 9 cubics and make a bed 9 cubics, right? They make no sense, right? You tall than 9 cubics and you make a bed for 9 cubics for a foot hanging off your bed. Nah, that make no sense. So his bed was 9 cubics. I mean, he was under 9 cubics, right? So 1 cubic is 18 inches, right? 18 inches times Salakia. 18 inch times 9, 162. So the 162 inch divided by 12. You can get so he was 13 feet 5 inches. His bed was 13 feet 5 inches. That's how tall was his bed. That's how the length was his bed, right? 13 feet 5 inches, right? So back in 4 Samuel, right, 17:4, and there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistine named Goliath of Gath, whose height was 6 cubits and his span. So Goliath was 9 feet 9 inches when you calculate it. Alright, me jump into verse 33. Right? Verse 33. He said, and Saul said unto David, thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. So he was a man of war from his youth. So he was a warrior. Right? We just read it here, warrior. Right? He was a warrior. Right? So it's a Goliath of Gath, champion of the Philistine. He was a champion, right? He was a warrior who David as a youth slew, though described as a huge stature and great strength. It was huge stature and great strength, because he was 9 feet tall. Goliath was 9 feet tall, right? He said is not called a giant on that account, because he was defeated. So he wasn't called a warrior on that account, because the word giant go back to warrior. So he wasn't called a warrior on that account. He was defeated by King David, our forefather, right? So he was defeated there. So he wasn't called warrior there. He lose his crown there. David defeat him. Right? Go to verse 51. 1 Samuel 17 and 51. He said, start at 50. So David prevailed over the Philistine with his sling and with his stone, and smote the Philistine and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David. So there's a man of might, valor, right? As a youth, go and slay the champion of the Philistine. Yeah, there's men of valor, Verse 51. Therefore David ran and stood upon the Philistine, and took his sword and slew and drew it out of the seal thereof, and slew him and cut off his head therewith. And when the Philistines saw their champion was there, they flee. So the champion was there, they flee. Right? So these men of valor, these warriors, you understand? These is warriors. Right? So even these other nation had warriors, right? These other nation had warriors, right? Maybe go to let me go to Deuteronomy 2, right? Deuteronomy 2 and start from Deuteronomy 2 chapter 9, Deuteronomy chapter 2 verse 9. And the Lord said unto me, distress not the Moabites. Today the Moabites are the Chinese, neither content with them in battle, for I will not give thee of their land for a possession, because I have given Ar unto the children of Lot for a possession. So the Most High is who's giving you a possession, right? He said the Emmons dwell there in time past, a people great and many and tall as the Anakins, right? When you go back on this word Emen, it mean terror, right? It means terror, right? It said which also were accounted giant as the Anakin, but the Moabite called them Emens, right? We go into this word Emens, right?
Strong's H368. A meme.
Right? Right? Terrors, right? It means terror, dread, right? Terror, dread, right? So there was warriors. These men was warriors, right? These men was warriors. Timothy verse 19. Verse 19. Right? It said Deuteronomy 2 and 19. It said, and when thou comest nigh over against the children of Ammon, distress them not, nor meddle with them, for I will not give thee of their land of the children of Ammon any possession, because I have given it unto the children of Lot for a possession. That also was accounted a land of giants. Giants dwell therein in old time, and the Ammonites call them Zazumian. So they were warriors too, right? These men was warriors too, right? These men was warriors too, right? So let me go back to Genesis, right? Genesis 6. So our foreparents, they were mighty men. They were warriors. Right, Genesis 6 and 4, he said, and they were warriors, men of valor, right? So this is what the word giant mean, right? So they were giant in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown, right? So these was our foreparents, right? Saul killed 1,000, David killed 10,000, right? He said, and the Most High Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of the heart was only evil continually, right? So they were speaking about men, right? They were speaking about men of great stature. And the Most High destroy our foreparents because of wickedness. Right? He destroyed them. Right? The Most High destroyed them. Let me get this in right, the Wisdom of Solomon. Right? Wisdom of Solomon. This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 6. Right? It said, for in old time also, when the proud giants perish, yeah, the Most High destroyed. When the Most High flood the land, he destroyed them. Right? He said, the hope of the world governed by the hands. He said, the hope of the world governed by thy hand had escaped in a weak vessel, and left to all age a seed of generation, which is Noah and his household. Right? So the Most High destroyed the proud giants in the beginning, right? Which was our foreparents, men of valor, mighty men, because they start being wicked in the sight of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? They start being wicked. They start following these other nations and being wicked like them. Right? So the Most High destroy us. Right? This is Ecclesiasticus. I think Ecclesiasticus 16 and 7. Ecclesiasticus chapter 16 verse 7 says, he was not pacified towards the old giant who fell away in the strength of their foolishness. So they was mighty in strength. The Most High didn't show them no mercy. Right? The Most High destroyed them because of the wickedness. When the Most High flood the earth, he destroyed them. And through ages, I can't remember the precept, but he said, look how now men are of less stature. Right? we don't grow how we supposed to grow, because look at the food that we eating now. So men today have less stature. I can't remember the precept. I know it's somewhere in the Apocrypha. I can't remember what I found right now. Alright? But with that, Obis lesson was edifying. I want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well at Great Millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiums in the four corners of the earth to push in the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom.